There was once this little village called Ashkelon. Now this village was being plagued by these 80 witches. They did all sorts of freaky stuff. They turned the wine into vinegar. They caused droughts, making the cows skinny and having no milk. They even blew out the fires when it was cold, so these people were freezing. But the worst thing the one done, there was an old rabbi who lived in the village, and his wife, and they had 3 children. Now this particular witch turned the rabbi into a bird and his wife into a butterfly, and they just flew away, leaving his children as orphans, Anyway, the villagers now, they had a bit of a gutsful, so they went to the rabbi of the village. He said, look, but this can't be going on. We're freezing cold, in the winter. We got no fucking wine. You got to sort something out. Now the rabbi, he thought, how in the fuck did I take on 80 witches, So he went home and he thought on this. But he had this disciple, that particular night, had this weird dream. In this dream, he was walking through an orchard, and in the distance he could see a river. Now by the river was the rabbi. He was trying all shapes to get to the water, but it just wasn't happening at all. He's in the same dream. Miriam, the sister of Moses, came up to the disciple with a big iron key. The disciple turned around. He said, what's that about then? What's that for? She said, this, my friend, is a key to the gates of hell. See him up there? Your buddy, the rabbi. I'm going to give this to him unless he sorts these witches out. So on waking the following day, the disciple went up to the rabbi. He said, look, but I had a hell of a dream last night. I think you need to be sorting these witches out. He explained the dream to the rabbi. So the rabbi then, he thought, well, this must be some sort of omen, because I haven't told anybody about this. So he thought, right, I'll assemble 80 men. So he assembled these 80 men. He told each of them to bring a big pot with a dry set of clothes to put in the pot. Now he told these fellas, he said, right, the next rainy night now, we're all going to assemble in this cave, which is by the witch's cave. I'll give you one whistle. On the first whistle, I want you to put all the dry clothes on. On the second whistle, I want you all to rush into the cave. And when I give the signal, all rush into the cave and start dancing with these witches. But when I give a signal, I want you to pick these witches up and don't let the feet touch the floor, because of course they'll be powerless, And with that, I want you all to run out into the rain with them. So he picked this stormy night. It was pissing down. So they all assembled in this cave now. The rabbi, he was rapping on the witch's cave door. One of the witches said, who's there? The rabbi, he said, I'm one of yours. I'm a great sorcerer. This witch said, well, what can you do for us? Well, I can bring you 80 men so you can dance all night. She thought, well, all right, we'll have some of that then. So she opened the door and let him in. So the rabbi, who they thought was a great sorcerer, he came in. The witch said, how were you born dry? It's pissing down out there. Well, what it was, I made myself very small and I dodged the raindrops. She said, you must be very powerful. So the rabbi said, right, let's see what you're going to do then. Well, one of the witches made a table appear. The second witch covered this table with a tablecloth, and a third witch covered the table in the finest food. So the witches turned around now, they said, right, where's these fellas then? For like dancing, So he gave one whistle, and the men in the cave next door put on the dry garments. On the second whistle, they all come rushing in and started dancing. They were dancing for ages. The rabbi then gave a signal. Each of them picked up a witch and rushed outside. As soon as they went outside, the witches started screaming and melting. All types of freaky stuff going on, The one set of witches who caused the wine to turn into vinegar turned into vines themselves, and they had the best wine from them. The ones who caused drought just melted away into water and flowed into the river, into the sea. The third lot, who blew the fires out, just ignited and turned into ash and got blown away by the four winds to the four corners of the earth. Now, the one particular witch who made these children orphans turned into little worms. These little worms scurried away and were eaten all by the birds. With that, the village was rid of the witches. The end.
That was brilliant. So is that the first time you've told that story to a group?
Second, isn't it? Second. Yeah.
And how does it compare to the first time you told it?
I think the first one was a bit better, like.
Oh.
I don't know.
How about did you feel any nerves, or how did you feel about telling?
Well, I felt a little nervous, but like I say, I am read for the ages,
So did you know this story before the course?
Never, no.
So when did you learn it?
Yesterday and last night.